We are TESOL Trainers, and we're your scaffold to success.
They're not engaged. This is a fun way to engage them and minimize my frustrations.
Yes, and we like that, don't we?
Yeah.
And the teachers next to you like that, don't they? Go ahead, throw it.
What is your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is that even in physical education, we can still practice the oral part. They can learn to give each other instructions and also the warm up, the being polite and all that stuff. All right.
Like when they make a shot or something, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I really like how you bent your legs when you took that. Yeah.
Or your follow through or whatever.
My big takeaway is that, vocabulary activities like this is much more engaging than, here's a word, here's a definition, memorize it. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway, well, I'd actually like to pick 4 of these activities and do them in centers. And then it's 20 minutes of practicing vocabulary. If you have 4 centers and 5 for 5 minutes, practice each game. And then they'll be stuck in their head for the week. Or 2 weeks or whatever. For as long as you're doing it. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is that it does not have to take a lot of preparation or money to do some of these lessons. You don't have to rack your brain. What's your big takeaway?
I have a few, actually. I like being able to come and talk about some of the practices we do. Like, my brain is full of theory, but sometimes the applied stuff is much better, and it's definitely more useful in the moment than all the theory that I have in here. I really like the little half marbles, magic stones, whatever you call them. That works for some of my kids, and the activities we did, and coming up with them, I think it's even better, so that we're all sharing ideas. I like the small group stuff we did.
Raise your hand if you haven't gone.
I want to make it challenging, but I want to hear Miss Arch.
Well, he didn't ask me the question.
Oh! What did you take away? Throw it back.
Now pick someone else.
Miss Arch, what did you get from this? Take away, whatever.
So my thinking is, if they're going to be squirrely now at the end of the year, they might as well be practicing their learning.
Squirrely with vocab.
Oh, yeah. Productive learning.
He's squirrely.
Raise your hand if you haven't gone.
Corey.
What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway today is just seeing all the new techniques of how to teach the vocabulary and different ways of engaging our students to help them remember and retain the information and just generally have fun with the educational process. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway, I guess, I think I have a couple too, but in the interest of not taking everybody's time, I think my biggest takeaway from this whole, not just today, but this whole process has been with a little bit of creativity and very minimal materials. If you're willing to take a risk and try something out that may or may not work on the first try, then you can really get a lot of good quality learning done that is a lot more student-centered and they have a lot more buy-in to, because they're not sitting quietly with their workbook. They're up actively participating and using their hands and feet and their words, and I think that's a lot more powerful. It's just kind of scary. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is starting the day off with giving each other a compliment. Just trying a positive environment. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is that if it's not working the way that John showed it, you can adjust it and tweak it. Don't throw out the whole idea, and don't give up on being able to do it if your class is real rowdy, because there are other ways to do it. What's your big takeaway?
So my big takeaway, kind of like Erica and Corey here, is that just you can do a lot of things with little materials and don't have to have expensive things for the kids to be able to work with. What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is just providing as many opportunities to use the language in context. I think that's really important, and that's something I need to work on with my students in the classroom. And I also love starting the morning with complimenting one another, and I think that's good to build their social skills. And who hasn't? What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway is finding activities that keeps the kids active and they get to.
When you leave our professional development of achieving vocabulary excellence, you too will have the skills listed below. For more information on the types of professional development TESOL Trainers offers, and to get John Kongsvik and his team to offer training to your educators, go to www.tesoltrainers.com.